Hello, welcome to the another lecture video series of software development practices. And today we are going to see about the basic informations regarding the HTML5. So HTML5 is a language or a markup language which is used for creating the web pages. Here we will be using the markup languages for presenting the data as hypertext so that the browser will be able to understand it. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So this is a standard markup language for web pages, right? So using this HTML, you can create your websites. That is, you can create or you can design your own websites. And this HTML is easy to learn. And hypertext refer to the way in which the web pages are linked together. That is the HTML documents, right? So there we will be making some linkage between the pages, whatever we have designed, right? That is said to be the hypertext. Okay, the link available on the web pages is called as a hypertext. So markup language means that you can use the HTML to simply mark up a text document with some tags. Okay, and this tag will be telling the web browser how to structure and how to display it in the browser. Okay, so that is the work of this markup language or the markup. So here on the screen you can see the tags. So here the H1 and here the H1, right? So these are set to be the tag, right? So the opening tag is set to be the tag. So it will be contained the angle brackets, and within that you will be having the tag. Okay, so the representation. Okay, the representation of the element or representation what we are going to do in the particular page, right? So here this H1 represents the heading. Okay, H stands for heading here, 1 stands for the size of that particular heading, right? So here you can see how the content has to be displayed. Okay, so here we wanted the hello world content to be displayed as a big heading, right? So here what we have done is we have enclosed that content within the tag, opening tag as well as the closing tag, right? So this H1 is set to be the opening tag and the last one is set to be the closing tag. So here you can see a difference. In the opening tag you have only the angle brackets, and within the angle bracket you have the tag H1, but in the closing bracket you can see a forward slash followed by the element H1 or the followed by the tag set to be H1, right? So this is your opening tag and this is your closing tag. Within that opening and closing tag you will be providing you the contents. Okay, right? So these two things are set as tag, and totally the tag and the element and the content that is set as a element. Okay, the tag and the element or the tag and the content which we are going to display or which we are writing in a HTML page will be set as HTML element. Okay, the tag as well as the content both are set to be the HTML element. Okay, tag and the contents, right? So in our pages or in the throughout the HTML page we will be using these elements for designing the pages. And this is your page structure, right? So the first line displays the or tells the version of HTML, which version you are going to use, right? Currently this is your HTML version 5 is that we are specifying, right? How the specification is be done is within the angle bracket use the exclamatory symbol followed by the doc type, leave a space and write HTML, right? So this specifies that we are going to use HTML5 version in our document, right? And HTML, that is the root element. So we are telling the browser that we are going to create a HTML page, and this is the border or this is the area where we will be designing, or we are going to include the contents whatever we need to do in the whatever we are going to do as a design. Okay, and for displaying the title and other meta informations we will be using the tag set to be head. Okay, so within the head we will be writing the tag set to be title, and within the title we will be writing the title of the page and the body area, right? So here only we will be doing all the designing work, right? So what are the contents we need to display in the HTML page? We will be enclosing it in the body tag. Okay, so within the body tag you can write the elements. Okay, so you can write the elements which we need to display, right? So this is the structure of a HTML page. And now what we shall see is we shall see the demo of this HTML pages, right? So we shall see how we can define or how we can design the HTML pages by using the demos. So here I am created a folder. So in this folder I am going to create a HTML page, right? So for that what you can do is you can open your own normal HTML notepad. Okay, you can open a normal notepad. Okay, and you can save this, right? So I am going to give the name here. So D. So within the HTML I am going to give a name, right? So I am going to give the name as index dot html, and here save the type as alt. Okay, so defaultly it is txt, so you have to change it to all files and then click the save button so that you can see the file got created here. Okay, .html. Okay, right. So previously what happened is the file got saved as text. Okay, so once the file got saved as a HTML page, the icon will be the default browser icon. Okay, so in my machine I have kept the Brave browser as the default browser, so it is displayed as Brave browser, right? So this is the normal text document, right? So currently we don't want the normal text document, so I am deleting it. Okay, now here we go. Right. So as told, we have seen the structure. So for the structure, the first line will be doc type, doc type followed by HTML, right? So this will be your document type, or we are specifying which version of HTML you are going to use, right? And then you have to give the root element. So here the root element is your HTML tag. Okay, so the root element is your HTML tag, right? So meanwhile I will be opening the index file so that you shall see the changes one by one, right? So I'm clicking on this. So here you don't see any changes, so because we have not done any changes here, right? So we have not given any contents in the page, right? So now, so in order to give the informations of the page, we need to use the tag set to be head. So head, open tag as well as closing tag, right? So open tag as well as closing tag, right? So here whatever information we are giving, that will be the heading of that particular page. Okay, and next I'm going to give the title, right? So title content is my page. I'm closing it here, right? So I'm saving it here, right? So here what happens is the content which I have given in the title will be getting displayed as the title here. So here initially you can see the title is given as index.html, and here you save the file and just refresh that. Okay, so on refreshing you have seen the change here, right? The index.html got changed to my page, right? So whatever thing I have given here, that will be getting changed there, right? Now I have changed the name to my page 01. On refreshing you can see my page 01. Okay, so I guess it will be getting changed here. Okay, and now we shall see a symbol design or a content to be displayed in this particular page. Okay, right? So here, so this white color space in the browser is your body area, right? So whatever things you are writing inside the body section will be getting displayed here. Okay, so here you can create the body tag, open tag as well as closing tag, right? Save, right? So I am giving a sentence my page. Okay, and saving this. On clicking refresh, you can see the page here. Okay, so whatever thing I have, we are entering here, that will be getting displayed there, right? Okay, right. And also you can see one thing, I have given a tab to the content here, right? I have given a tab to the content here, and I am saving here and refreshing. You can see nothing got changed. Okay, but here what happens is HTML will be ignoring all the spaces. Okay, so between the contents, if you are putting one space, that will be taken into consideration. Okay, so if you are giving more than one space also, it will be getting discarded, right? So here I have given 5 spaces, and if you refresh that, that will not be getting reflected here, right? So in between the words or in between the contents, how many spaces you are giving, that will not be taken into consideration, but the HTML tag or the browser will be considering it as only a single space. Okay, right? So now we shall change it as a single space. Control S, here you can see. Okay, and I need to write another one sentence. My page, the, or you can change it. This is the HTML page I created, right? Use space. So this got changed, right? So now I need to mention this in 3 different lines. Okay, so I want the HTML in the next line and page in the next line, right? So for that, what we shall do is we shall include a break tag. Okay, so BR stands for break. Save here and then refresh. You can see it got changed to the next page. Okay, I want again this page I created to be in the next page, next line. So use the BR state tag, so it will be getting displayed here. Okay, right? So and I need to give a line. Okay, so line after this particular statement, right? So for that I can use a tag set to be HR. Okay, for this on the line. Refresh, you can see a line got displayed there. Okay, right? So here you can see a difference, that head, title, HTML body. So these contains a opening tag as well as closing tag, but this break and HR doesn't have any closing tag. It's only a open tag. Okay, so because here we are not going to enclose something. Okay, we are not going to make a boundary for some contents. Okay, we are not going to make any boundaries for the break, or we are not going to create any boundaries for the horizontal line, right? So that only these 2 tags are coming as a individual open tags. Okay, so it doesn't contain any closing tag. Clear? So I hope you have understood this basic structure, right? So now what we shall do is we shall see how to design a page, and we shall see the other basic HTML tags by using the VS Code. Okay, so now I am going to open the VS Code here. Code dot. So VS Code got opened here. So we shall uh, design the page in this VS Code. Right. So here you can see in the folder we already have a index.html page. It is been displayed in the VS Code, right? So we shall make changes in this index.html itself. So I'm clicking that up click. So you can see the pages, right? So I am closing the Explorer, and here I am taking the live preview. Okay, so this is the live preview. So whatever changes here we will be doing, everything will be getting shown there. Okay, so here I am going to delete this. Okay, so you can see the changes there. I'm saving it here. I'm going to change the title my HTML page, right? So you can see whatever changes I am doing, whatever things I am typing here, it is getting displayed in the page. Okay, right? So now what we shall do is we shall see what are the basic text formatting tags available in our HTML page. Okay, right? So here we have some different type of um, tags for for the text. Okay, so these are the text formatting tags. So for all these uh, tags, you'll be having open tag as well as closing tag, right? So B for bold, EM for emphasized, I for italics, S for small, strong for showing the important text, subscript, then superscript, inserted text, deleted text, marked text, and the pre-formatted tags. Okay, so these are some of the text formatted tags. So now we shall see those things one by one. Right. So I told you that. So we are going to see the text formatting tags. Okay, text formatting tags. So in the next line, I need to give the things. So I am using here break. Okay, right. So now I need to display a bold text, right? So I told you that B is the tag for bold, right? So bold text. You can see the text got changed into a bold text. Okay. So similar to this bold, you have another one set to be strong. Okay. So to show some of the important text, you can use this strong text. Okay. So you can use the strong text. Okay. So here you can see, if at all I am typing in the separate lines, but in the HTML it is showing it in a single line, right? So if you need to show it in the separate lines, use the tags br. Okay, so br can be used. Okay, right. So these are the two tags where you can show the text in bold as well as you can show the text in a strong. That is, to show the important text, you can use the strong text. Okay, and then italics. Okay, for that you can use I, and similarly for showing the emphasized text you can use em, emphasized text. Okay, so more or less it is same as that of your italics. Okay, so more or less it is similar to that of your italics. Okay, right. So that's the case. So bold, italics. Then you can see underlined text. Okay, for text, if you need some text to be underlined, we can use this underline tag. And similarly you have another one tag so to be insert. Okay, okay, similarly you have another text set to be the insert. Clear? Okay, so why I am writing all these things here as a in a single line means bold and strong are more or less same, italics and emphasized are more or less same, underline and inserted text are more or less same. Okay, right. So these are the text formatting tools, that is more or less same things. Okay, so bold, italics, underline, so those are the tags which has been used from HTML1 to HTML5, and in the HTML5 the new tags are to be strong, emphasized and inserted text are being widely used. Clear? And for displaying the text as a small text, you can use the tags are to be small text. Okay, so here you can see the sizes. Okay, size of the normal text and the small text. Okay, so if you want that text to be displayed small or lower size, you can use the small text. Clear? Right. So now we shall see some uh, special text formatting. So among them, the first one is the deleted text. Okay, so here you can see. So if you want to strike out the text, or if you want to show the text in a strike manner, that is strike out manner, you can use the tag set to be del. Okay, and next we have another one set to be mark. Okay, okay, mark the text, right? So if you want to highlight some text, you can use the text set to be marked. Okay, right. So deleted text, that is for striking out the text, then the mark text for highlighting the text. Okay, and then So if you want to write some chemical formula or mathematical formula, you will be using some superscript as well as subscript, right? So for that you have two tags to be super and sub. Okay, right? So x square, for x square it is 2 will be written, have to be written as superscript. For H2O, 2 has to be written as subscript. Okay, so now we shall see how we shall write that. Okay, so for x square, x, so the 2 should be super, right? So put the tag to be sup, right? So there, and then for H2O, H2 should be in subscript, right? So put the tag as sup, put 2 and then right. Okay, right? So these are the text formatting tags. Okay, so now we shall make some changes here. I need to change the text to be shown separately as a paragraph, right? So for that we have tags set to be para p. Okay, so I'm deleting this and at the end here. Okay, so here what will be happening is the text will be shown as a paragraph. Okay, the text will be shown as a paragraph. Okay, here you can see. So normally all the text are shown in the next line. Since we have used the break symbol, everything is been shown as a shown in the written in a single line. But the text formatting, since we have enclosed within the paragraph, it is shown separately, right? So before and after that particular text, you have some spaces left. Okay, so you have some spaces left, right? So that is the another one important thing which you have to know, right? And here I need to underline this particular text. Okay, text formatting tag, I need to underline this. So what I shall do, so for underlining we have two tags, one is underline as well as another inserted text, right? So anyone you can use. So here I am going to use underline. Okay, cutting this and I am going to place this. Okay, so you can see text formatted tag, it is underlined, right? So now you want to uh, show it in bold, right? So for that you can use B. Okay, bold text, right? So now we shall see text formatting. So it is a normal text. So it is converted as a paragraph with the formattings underline and bold. Okay, so this is how we need to work in a text. Okay, so whatever type of text you need to do some modifications, you can use these tags. Okay, so B for bold, I for italics, U for underline, strong for specifying the strong text, emphasize for emphasizing the text, insert for underlining the text, then small to make the text to be small, so compared to the normal, then del for striking out the text, mark for highlighting the text, super for superscript, sub for subscript mentioning. Okay, so these are some of the text formatting tags with respect to your HTML. Okay, so now we shall move to the next topic set to be the uh, heading. Okay, so the next important another one is headings. Okay, so here I shall put a break so that it will be displayed in the next line, headings. So double break, or else what we shall do, we shall do a give a break and write a paragraph, right? So that it will be displayed as a separate paragraph, right? Headings, right? So here we have heading tag is H, and here we have six different type of headings. Okay, here we have six different type of headings. Okay, so H1, so this is heading 1. Here you can see the size. Okay, how the size is getting changed. H2, heading 2, then H3, heading 3, then H4, heading 4, then H5, heading 5, then H6, 6, right? So these are the 6 different type of headings which have been available in your HTML, right? So here you can see the sizes of the heading, right? So the largest heading is your heading 1 and the smallest heading is your heading 6, right? So if you need to change the size of the heading, you can use an attribute set to be height, and here you can give the size. So 75% the heading got increased, right? So now I am going to delete this. You can see the size, okay, right? So here you can make the changes. Clear? So this is about your heading, right? So based upon the type of heading which you need, you can use the heading tag, right? So these are some of the formattings which we will be able to do in your HTML page. And next we shall move to the next session. And here one thing, so in the explanation we have seen the normal HTML page designing, we have seen another one more tag that is set to be a horizontal line, okay, HR. So here you can see a line has been drawn in between, okay. So here we shall put another line above. So there you can see, right? HR is the horizontal line. HR shows the horizontal line. Clear? So these are the tags which we have seen for the text formattings. Clear? Right, I think you have understood this, and now we shall move to the next topic. Right, we shall move to the next topic set to be images. So for that I am going to create a new page set to be image.html. Okay, right. And here, so shall see the preview. So here you can see, right? So in Visual Studio Code, you need not type the HTML page structure again and again. So to create the HTML page, here you have to give this particular command HTML followed by the colon and F5 and press enter, so that the structure will be displayed to you. Okay, the structure will be displayed to you, right? So in this page I am going to demonstrate about the images. Okay, right, enter. Right. So for displaying some of the images, we have a tag set to be img, okay, short form of image, img, right? And here you have another attribute set to be alternate text, okay, right? So why we are using this alternate text is, so if due to some reasons maybe our image is not getting displayed in that particular area, we shall make the developer to understand that this particular image is missing at this area, right? So for that we need to provide a text that is set to be your alternate text, right? So that is set to be your alternate text, right? Okay. So here to display the image, you need to use the attribute set to be src, right? Source is the attribute which we need to give, right? So here in this particular position you need to provide the path of that particular image. Okay, so here I am going to, already I have opened the image, so I am copying the for location of that particular image and I am pasting it here. So here you can see the image got displayed, right? So since the image got displayed, the alternate text will not be displayed to you, right? So alternate text will not be displayed to you, right? And here you can see the image is of, the size of the image is too long, right? So it is not getting fitting in the page. Okay, so in order to make this image to get it fit in that page or to fit in our design, we need to provide the height and width. Okay, we need to provide the height and width. Okay, so for that we can use the attributes to be height and width. Height which is equal to, I am giving it to be 100. Okay, and then width I'm giving it to be some 200, right? So based upon the height and width, it got adjusted. And also I want one more thing. So if I keep the mouse cursor over this image, I need to get the title displayed. Okay, or I need to get display the thing what is that particular image, right? So for that we can use another attribute set to be title. Title equal to Windows 7. Okay, save, refresh, keep the mouse cursor over that, you can see, right? So title, so Windows 7 image, right? So what I have given in the title, that is getting displayed in that particular image or that particular image. Okay, so this is about your image, right? And now we have an maybe you will get a question. So is only the image from the net has to be used here, or we will not be able to use any other images, right? So you can use any image which is stored in your machine, right? For that, what I can do is I am going to use the same image. I am going to save it. I'm going to save the image. So here I am saving, right? So I'm saving the images with w7.jpg, right? I have saved it, right? So next, so I'm giving a break so that the image will be stored next, right? So again, to the image tag, I'm going to give the alternate text win7. Okay, and here I am going to give the source src is equal to the image is currently available in the HTML folder. Okay, it is available in the HTML folder, right? So I'm going to first dot forward slash. Okay, so why we are giving this dot and forward slash, I have already explained in a video titled bash command, right? So I'll be giving that link of that particular video in the description. You can go and see that, right? So dot and the forward slash specify the current directory. Okay, so here in our current directory we have the image set to be w7 jpg, right? So that is being displayed here, right? And also here you can see the size is now the whole page got occupied by this single image, right? So I need to adjust that particular image. So for that I'm going to give the height to be 150, and then I'm going to give the width to be 250. Okay, so now you can see the change, right? So this one we have displayed from the internet, right? So from directly from the net I have this making this particular image to be displayed here, and this from the current folder I am displaying this particular image. Okay, and also you can have another one query, whether the image has to be available in the same folder, right? So if the image is available in the same folder, it will be well and good. Okay, so if it is available in some other drive or in other folders, so it will be somewhat difficult for you to troubleshoot. If there is any error or something, you will be getting some trouble in troubleshooting that, right? So for that, it is well and good to place the image in the same folder, right? And here you can now you shall see how the alternate text works. So here I am going to change the file name, right? So w.jpg is the file is not available in our folder, right? So that is not the exact file name, right? So that what will be happening, the image will not be getting displayed, but instead at that particular place you will be getting the alternate text. Okay, you'll be getting the alternate text. So you can see, so when given the correct name, the image will be getting displayed. When the path or the file name gets failed or it is not been given properly, you will be getting the alternate text display. Okay, and also here you can provide the border also. Okay, you can provide the border for the image also. Okay, right, so you can see the border has been displayed here, right? So I'm giving it to be 5, right? So this is also one of the attribute which is available, but mostly we will be using this border in the style sheet. Okay, so in the style sheet we will be studying more about this border. Okay, so that's all about your image. Okay, so for image, the tag is ing. So to specify the source file, we will be using the attribute set to be src. alt is for specifying the alternate text, right? So here I am going to change it. So here got the alternate text there, right? So if the path or the correct image name is not specified, then the alternate text will be displayed in that particular position. Height is for specifying the height for the image, width is for specifying the width for the image, title is for specifying the title of that particular image. Okay, so what is that particular image? If we need to give that information, we should use the title uh, tag or title attribute, then the border to specify a border around that particular image. Okay, the second shown is nothing but the image is present in the current directory or in the current version. The first link is we have taken an image from the internet. Okay, so that's all about the image. I think you have understood this. Next we shall see the links. Okay, how we shall link the files. Okay, so for that I shall create another one file set to be link links.html. Okay, so here again HTML5. So HTML5. Right. So here the document is links document. Right. So preview. So here you can see the title. So here I am giving the title to be links. Okay. Then okay. So for specifying the link, the tag which we need to use is nothing but A. Okay, so A stands for anchor, right? So in most of the web pages, you would have seen this, right? So yes, text will be there and the text will be having an underline. So if you click that particular text, it will be moving to the next page. Okay, so here I am going to give the text as image page. Okay, I am going to give the page name as image page, right? Save. And here I need to link a page. Okay, so I need to link the image.html to this particular content, right? So for that you need to use the attribute set to be href. Okay, reference. Okay, hyperlink reference, which is equal to, here you can provide the link, so which page you need to use. So here you can see href, on putting the attribute href itself, the text or the content got changed like this, the hyper as a hyperlink, right? So here I am going to give the file. Okay, so image page, I am giving the file as image, right? So save, and if I click this, my image.html page will be displayed. Okay, so you can see the image.html page got displayed here. Okay, so I'm going back, my normal link page got displayed here. Okay, right? So here we have another one attribute set to be target. Okay, so you shall see that. Yeah, so this is the attributes for the target, that is, so here we will be deciding where to display the page. Okay, so where to display the page, right? So if we need to display the page in a new document or in a new window, you can use the attribute set to be blank in the target attribute. Okay, so value for the particular target is blank. If you want to display the page in the same frame, you can use self. If you want to display the page in the parent frame, you can use parent. And if you want to display the page as a full body of the window, you can use the top attribute. Okay, right, so here I am going to make the changes here. So target is one of the attributes, so here we are going to use this. Okay, so self is the default thing. Okay, so self is the default thing, that is, it will be displayed in the same page. Clear? And the next one, it is underscore blank. So blank, so here what will be happening is, on clicking this, it will be, the page will be opened in a new window. Okay, so we shall do one thing. We shall open the file in the browser so that we will be able to see the changes here. Okay, so click image. You can see the link is the document which is already available. So I am closing all the window so you will be able to see this. So links document is the page uh, where we are currently available, right? So this is the page where we are currently available. On clicking this page, what will be happening is in a new tab, this image.html will be getting opened. You can see, right? So images.html got opened in a new page, right? So for that, you can use the uh, attribute set to be blank, or you can use the value set to be blank. Clear? So next one it is parent. Parent. Save. So it shall come here. Click parent. Same as that of your default thing, it will be displayed here. Okay, same as that of your default, that is self, the parent will also work. Okay, and the last one, it is your top. Is top. Okay, so in the full page it is got displayed. Okay, so in the full page it got displayed. Okay, right? So since you are using only a only this option inside your single page, so you will not be able to find the difference of these particular uh, attributes, right? So if you are working in some other projects where you'll be having some frames and so on, there you will be able to find, like, or you'll be able to visualize it clearly. Okay, so these are the different attributes which are available with your image tag, sorry, anchor tag or the link tag. Okay, so this is how you will be able to link with the different pages. So for that, this particular anchor tag can be used. Okay, so similar to that of this particular anchor links, you have another concept set to be the internal linking. Okay, so internal linking, right? So now we shall see what is internal linking, right? So within the page itself, if you need to make the links, you can go for this internal linking, right? Okay, for example, take, I have some uh, some sections. Okay, I'm giving some sections here, that is I'm giving some paragraphs, or I have some links here. So I'm giving this lesson 1, lesson 2 and lesson 3. Okay, so these are some links, right? So and in the same page I have some paragraphs which is oriented with this lesson 1 paragraph, lesson 2 lesson 3. Okay, so like as I have some paragraphs, and below that I am giving um, some passages. This is paragraph. Next one is paragraph 2. The next, this is paragraph 3. Like I am giving some information, right? So here, when I click this lesson 1, I need this lesson 1 to be displayed, or it has to be focused, right? So that we shall see it in this particular uh, browser page, so that you will be able to easily understand that, right? So here I am minimizing the size, so that only you will be able to understand it clearly. Okay, right. So here, similar to that of the H reference, what we need to do is we need to provide a first we need to provide an ID for this particular uh, paragraph. Okay, so you need to provide an ID for this particular paragraph, right? So ID equal to, I'm giving it as lesson 1. Okay, ID it is lesson 1, and similarly here I need to use that ID. Okay, H reference hash lesson 1. Okay, H reference lesson 1. Similarly, I am giving it here href equal to hash lesson 2, right? And then href. Okay. Similarly, the attributes has to be allotted for the respective paragraphs. So lesson 3, right? The same name or the same ID which you have used here, that has to be given as, okay, same thing what you have given in the H reference should be used in the ID here, right? So if you are changing it, it won't work properly, right? So now we shall move here. So here you can see in the view, you can see only the lesson 1. Okay, so only in the page you can see the lesson 1 here, right? So I need to display the lesson 3 here, right? So I am clicking this lesson 3. What happened? Lesson 3 got displayed to you, right? So I am clicking the lesson 2. Lesson 2 will be getting displayed to you, right? Okay, so it will be so much more simpler because we have only taken the only some text here, right? So if you have some bigger paragraphs, or if you have some big documents with some many more number of pages, that is the HTML document, and if you need to navigate within that particular pages, you can use this particular technique, right? So here you can see when I click the lesson 1, only the lesson 1 got focused on the page. Okay, lesson 3 got focused, lesson 2 got focused, right? So for linking, we will be using the anchor tag set to be a, and there we will be specifying the H reference. Okay, hyperlink reference, which page or what thing has to be displayed, that will be writing here, right? Same way for the paragraph, we are given an attribute set to be ID. This we are giving an identity for that particular paragraph, and by using that identity we are calling it. Okay, so this particular process is said to be internal linking, right? So on clicking that particular uh, paragraph will be getting displayed. That is, within the page itself we are making a linking between the various elements which are being available in that particular HTML page. So I hope you have understood this, right? On clicking this, it will be getting moved. Okay, so this is the concept with respect to your link. And next, we are going to see a concept set to be list. List, like st dot st, right? So again here HTML:5, right? So here we are going to brief the information about list. Okay, so you would have seen some documents, right? So there we will be having some listings, right? So in the format of a sequential, that is 1, 2, 3, like this, you will be having the listing. ABC, like this, you will be having the listings. For subheadings, you will be having some numbers. Okay, so those things how we can deploy in the HTML, that we are going to see it here, right? So list can be divided into two. Okay, so ordered list, and so an unordered list. Okay, right. So for ordered list, the tag is OL, and for the unordered list, the tag is UL. Okay, so for unordered list, the tag is UL, and for uh, displaying the list elements, we will be using the tag set to be LI. Okay, we'll be using the tag set to be LI. Okay, so now we shall see one by one. Okay, so first we shall see the ordered list. So within the paragraph, we shall write it ordered list. Okay, so I told you that the tag will be starting with OL, ordered list, right? So ordered list means the list will be displayed defaultly in a sequential order. Okay, so either it can be numbers. Okay, so defaultly it will be displayed as numbers. Okay, so LI. So you can see when I put the LI list here itself, you can see that particular changes there, right? LI, second LI I am specifying here. You can see the number 2 got displayed there. LI number 3 got displayed there. Okay, right? Clear. So this is how you have to write the ordered list. Okay, and here you can change the type also. So what type of elements or what type of listing you need to specify. Okay, so whether it is Roman letter, uppercase, lowercase Roman letter, alphabetic uppercase, alphabetic lowercase. Okay, right. So defaultly the type will be numeric, that is in numbers 1 2 3, and if you need to change the order you can change it. Okay, so what type of order you need to specify, that you can specify under the uh, attribute set to be type, so that it will be getting displayed, right? So now I am going to specify it as what the default thing. Okay, so now we shall see the unordered list. Unordered list, right? So the tag for unordered list is UL, right? So here it will be some symbols. Okay, so some symbols will be shown for this unordered list. Okay, right. So defaultly you can see dot is there, and here if you need to change the uh, type you can change it, right? So you can view it as square. So here you can see it is been changed as square. Another one is disk. Okay, disk, right? So these are the two types which have been available in the unordered list. And also you can combine the list as a nested list. That is, you can combine one list in another list. Okay, so that operation will be saying it as nested list. That is, within the unordered list you can bring your ordered list. Okay, like this you can go, right? So here I am going to use unordered list, and within the unordered list I am going to use the ordered list, right? I I sorry, B, right? So here I am going to specify this list, right? So within the unordered list I have included the ordered list here. Okay, clear? So likewise you can create so different type of list. Same way in the alternate order also you can insert list. So within the ordered list also you can go for having your unordered list. Okay, okay. So here you can write. Okay, so nested list, and within that you are writing. Okay, so if you need to specify the list here, you can specify it. Okay, so nested list, that will be your main heading, and below that you are providing with the listings. Similarly here also you can provide li. Okay, in the inside the unordered list you have written the ordered list, and this is second one is inside the ordered list you have written the unordered list, right? So this is the form how you can make listing in the HTML page, right? So this concept is said to be the list. Okay, so here we have two different types: ordered list, unordered list. So the ordered list, the list will be displayed in an order. Unordered list, it will not be displayed in an order. That is, it won't be specified by any listing there. Okay, and here you can have the nested list also. That is, unordered can be defined inside the ordered list, as well as ordered list can be defined in the unordered list. Okay, so that is the concept behind this list. I hope you have understood this listing concept. And the next you can see about the table. Table.list. Okay, so table is the most important thing for tabulating something, right? So for that we shall use this table, right? So here it is table space, yeah, right. So here I am going to specify that this is a table. So here we are going to develop a table, right? So here The tag which we will be using for defining the table is table tag, and for displaying the row we will be using the tr, and for displaying the data we will be using td. Okay. Table tr td, right? So now we shall see it one by one. For displaying the table or for creating the table, you have to use the tags attribute table, and so defaultly the table will be invisible to you, right? So in order to make the visibility, you have to provide the border attributes to be border, you have to provide, right? So I have provided with the attributes to be border, and the border size I have given it to be 1. Clear. And then I need to create the row for this table. For that you can use the tag set to be tr, and this within the tr I need to specify the datas. Okay, so here there it's equal the second data 2, third data 3. Okay, so within the single row I have created 3 datas, that is in a single row I have created 3 columns. Okay, and if I need to create another row, the same I need to create a tr. Okay, so table row I need to create, and then sorry, data td. Okay, td4, td5, and td6, td6, right? Okay, so if you need to create another row, the same way, tr, within the tr you need to provide the data 7, td8, td9. Okay, so like this you can create the table here. Okay, so this is about your tables, right? And here, so if you need to combine 2 tables or 2 row, it is possible here. If you need to combine 2 columns also, it is possible here. Clear. So for that we will be using a term set to be column span as well as row span. Okay, so that is a process, or that is a uh, attribute which we will be using for combining 2 or more rows and 2 or more columns. Okay, the same table which can take into consideration. Here I will be making some changes. Okay, I'm making the changes as serial number, name, mark, marks. Okay, serial number 1, A, mark is 60. Serial number 2, B, mark is 90. Right. So next I need to uh, create another row where I need to specify the total. Okay, total, and I need to specify the total marks. So what is the total marks? It is 150, right? So here you can see the I need the total to be displayed correctly below the marks. For that I need to use another one, uh, yeah, another one data here, right? So but this data is been blank. I don't want this blank data here, right? So here what I can do is I can combine these 2 columns. Okay, so for that I am deleting this, and here I am giving the attribute to be call span is equal to, right? So what happened? Both the 2 columns got combined together. Okay, so both the columns got combined together. Clear. So this is the way how you can create the row span, column span, right? You can combine 2 columns, right? So column number 1, column number 2 got combined here, and here I need to combine these 2, right? C and B. Serial number I need to give only 1. So here what I shall do is, here I can specify row span equal to 2. So that what happened, the 1 got combined here, and here I need to delete this particular data, so that my table got this particular stage or this particular display, right? So this is how my table will be displayed. right? So this is row span and this is column span. Okay, right? So this is the table formation which is used in the oldest, that is in the uh, HTML4 1 to 4, right? So now in the HTML5 we have some changes here, right? So here what happens is, if I need to make this particular text to be bold, for all the cases I need to specify the bold tag. Okay, so separately I need to specify the bold tag for all the cases. Okay, so then only my text will become bold. Okay, so that particular uh, hurdle is been rectified in the HTML5. Okay, so now we shall see uh, HTML5 table. Okay, HTML5 table, right? So here the HTML table 5, we are dividing the parts. Okay, so header part separately, body part separately, and foot part separately, right? So that what we shall do is we can specify the contents in that particular areas separately. Okay, so the tag for table is same, and here the serial number, name, and mark are being shown as a separate heading, right? So here we can provide the border one, right? So these are nothing but the heading. Okay, you can say it as a heading of this particular table. So here you can specify it as t head. Okay, so t head is nothing but the position where the header part of the table is being available. Okay, and serial number, name, and mark should be displayed in the bold text, right? So it should be the heading of the table, right? So that we shall give it as th. Okay, th, you can see the change there, right? SL number, and then th name, sorry, name, th marks. You can see the changes in the above table and the below table, right? So there, if you need to make the text to be bold, you have to give the bold tag, but here you can enclose within the t head, that is the table header, and then you can make enclose those uh, elements or the contents in the uh, t head, that is th, that is table heading. Okay, so next we shall define the table body. Okay, so within the table body we can create the table row and then the table data as usual. Serial number it is 1, data A, data mark it is 90. Okay, then the next row tr, td, 2, td b, and td is 100. Okay, right? So now the body part got over, right? So next the last things, that is total, so that we shall give it as foot. Okay, so and then I need those two to be displayed as bold, right? So that can be written as tr. We are creating the row, and then we are creating the head total, and th, so 190, right? And here similarly the column span has to be done, right? Column span equal to 2, okay, right? So this is the way how you can write your uh, table in HTML5. And here also if you are willing to enclose everything in the row, you can enclose it. Okay, so within the row as well as within the, then you can specify the heading, so that doesn't matter. Okay, okay, right? So here we are combining the both the option of older HTML table as well as newer HTML table, right? Okay, so if you wish you can use th. If you are going to use th tag, and if you are wishing that if you need to describe it in the table row, you can go for tr, or else you can directly write the th. Okay, so this is how you have to define a table. Okay, so this is how you have to define a table. Clear? Right. So, and also in this listing we have another one concept set to be descriptive list. So descriptive list, description list or descriptive list, right? So for that we have three different tags for displaying the descriptive list. We have dl. Okay, so dl is the descriptive tag for the descriptive list, mentioning that we are going to write a descriptive list. And dt defines the tag, description tag, description tag. And dd defines the descriptive data. Okay, so data 1. So here you can see the difference, what is happening. Data 2. Okay, so description tab 1, description data. Similarly, description tab 2, data. Right? So if you are wishing that you don't want to specify the ordered list and unordered list, then you can go for this description list. Okay, so this description list is the new listing option which is available in your HTML5. Clear? Right? So these are the informations, basic informations with regarding to your HTML tag, or with respect to your markup language. So these are the text formatting tags which you have seen. So here we have seen the images, how we can make changes or how we can incorporate image in your file. Then these are some of the links. Okay, so linking the different pages and making the internal linkings, how we can make the internal linkings. And here we have seen the listing. So ordered list, unordered list, nested list, that is unordered list. Within that we have included the ordered list, and ordered list inside the unordered list, and then the description list. And finally we have seen the table. Okay, so the old format of table, that is the normal table which is being used in HTML1 to HTML4 and the HTML5 table. And within the HTML5 table we have seen the row span as well as the column span. So I think hope you have understood the concept, and if you have any queries you can drop it as a query in the comment box. Thank you.